Viewers, India has been wowed by the resilience of Bengaluru and its brave citizens. Today, earlier this evening, in a show of defiance and resilience, the Rameshwaram cafe opened its shutters. And from the pictures, and you can see them to the left of your screens, one can't help but salute the never-say-die spirit of the city's residents who have signalled that it will take more than a wanton act of cowardice to break them. Just a week ago, this iconic cafe had been nearly torn asunder by an act of diabolism. An IED blast triggered by an individual who remains free endangered the lives of several customers. Only Providence saved these unsuspecting patrons of the cafe from certain death. Had the IED not been placed beside a wall near the washstand, the shrapnel would have spread horizontally, causing incalculable mayhem. Now the NIA has arrested 4 people. The lens is on the ISIS, and questions now are being asked. And fundamentally, viewers, one of them is Karnataka's radicalism reality out of the bag? Is it now undeniable? Let's go straight across to Dr. Anand Ranganathan for his take on this. Dr. Ranganathan, look, I know that it's a bit of a taboo to talk in terms of Islamist terror in Karnataka these days because of the sensitivities of some people. But the fundamental point here is that all leads seem to be pointing in that direction. What does this suggest to you?
Indeed, Rahul, good evening. Look, first of all, I congratulate our intelligence agencies and Bengaluru police for the progress they have made in the Rameshwaram cafe blast case. Hopefully, the monster who perpetrated this heinous crime would be caught. But unfortunately, as the saying goes, Rahul, the security agencies have to be right every time. The terrorist only once. And in this case, sadly, the terrorist was successful. But Rahul, the fact remains that because of political expediency or vote bank or appeasement or the fear of being branded Islamophobic, we have traditionally been soft on terror. There are umpteen examples of this. It took 8 years, even for the present government, central government, to ban the PFI in spite of documented proof that the PFI was neck deep in acts of terror, bomb making, training camps, political murders linked with Al-Qaeda. Remember the recent release of the Coimbatore bombers despite the refusal of the Supreme Court to give them bail. And the release was trumpeted by the DMK government as an example of being concerned about the minorities. Can you imagine? And this softness, sadly, is true especially for the Congress. Do they have the guts to say right now, terrorism has a religion? Kashmir is a living example of this. They might even certify that the slogan shouted on the night of January 1990 from the top of mosques, Ralif, Salif, Galif, dead to kafirs, Pandits leave your women behind, convert, run or die, Nizam-e-Mustafa, has nothing to do with religion. Air Chief Dhanova Rahul is on record saying that the Indian Air Force wanted to bomb terror hideouts in Pakistan in the wake of 26/11, but was miserably, forbidden to do so by Manmohan Singh. India rewarding Pakistan for their 2008 attack on our embassy in Kabul by capitulating in the Sharm el-Sheikh declaration. Tens of thousands attending the funeral of terrorists Yaqub Memon and Burhan Wani. The mainstreaming of PFI by being awarded by vice presidents. Sonia Gandhi crying tears of sorrow after the Batla House encounter. Terrorist Yasin Malik celebrated by India's Prime Minister. I can go on and on. And let us be clear on one thing. Poverty or illiteracy have got nothing to do with fundamentalism. Fundamentals have. You can be educated and still blow up the World Trade Center or charge at the Gorakhnath temple shouting Allahu Akbar. Please understand, there is nothing called radicalization or radical Islam, but our politicians don't have the courage to admit this. On the other hand, they have ample courage to brand Hinduism as a terrorist religion, to hail Aurangzeb who killed 4.6 million Hindus, to coin the phrase saffron terror. Rahul, just 30 seconds. In an age where Pakistan Zindabad miraculously turns into Naseem Sahib and IED turns into gas cylinder, in a way, I am relieved that the bomber was caught entering and praying at a mosque after he planted the bomb, because otherwise our fact checkers and media houses would have claimed that he was wearing the Hindu sacred thread Kalava, so that our politicians could then have branded the entire act as perpetrated by the Hindus or as an RSS conspiracy, exactly what they did in the wake of 26/11.
But Dr. Ranganathan, of course, there has been a problem in Karnataka with radicals. And I'm not just talking about Islamist radicals, this might be linked to them. But in the past, we've had the Hindu hard right attacking and killing a journalist. We've had other attacks by the Hindu hard right. They've also come out and said some very explosively communal statements have been issued by some of them. So there is this history, and it sort of plays out on both sides, doesn't it, in Karnataka?
Well, about the Hindu right or hardliners killing the journalists, I think that case is still going on. The convictions have not been done, so we cannot comment on that fact. Be that as it may, you're right that as I said, every political party, at the altar of political expediency or vote banks does this. But you have to admit that there is no single
Yeah.
instance, at least in Karnataka or any other place in recent memory, that is comparable to what has been happening as far as Islamic fundamentalism is concerned. So we have to be very honest about it.
Okay.
And
Well, let's hope that this particular incident wakes us up to a very troubled problem, or at least a critical problem, rather. We'll take a very short break, viewers. We'll be right back. Thank you, Dr. Ranganathan. Thank you very much. We'll be right back, viewers, with more.